There was a lot of hype about this particular term, and I thought maybe it's time to get curious about it. Hi, this is Atya here. Welcome to PhDpreneur, where we discuss PhD, mindset, and personal finance. It's been a while since I've shot a video about personal finance, and today we are going to discuss about a topic called Bitcoin, which is quite a rage now. There are a lot of myths and misconceptions, and there is a lot of curiosity about this topic. So I thought maybe it's time to share it in simple ways so that everybody can understand. Say suppose you want to send money across to somebody in a different country. The procedure that is usually followed is through an intermediary, whether it is a bank or some form of intermediary. You transfer the funds over there, and then the funds get transferred to the other person, with intermediary charging a small commission. Now Bitcoin is a decentralized digital currency without a central bank or an intermediary, which you can transfer from one person to another through Bitcoin network. So this is basically the funda. You don't need anything like Western Union or any kind of cash or any kind of stuff. It is a digital currency and it's universal to all people present. Irrespective of their country, it will be always called Bitcoin. This was published in the year 2008 by somebody, Satoshi Nakamoto. When Bitcoin appeared first, it solved a major problem of transferring cash or transferring money through within two people without an intermediary, and this was a very big problem solution in the world of finance. So Bitcoin creates a potential for an open financial system which is secure, innovative and free. Bitcoin is not owned by any individual or company. Bitcoin is the world's first completely open network which anyone with an internet connection can participate. Bitcoin does not depend on any private partners or any kind of intermediaries for transactions. Now, how do you buy Bitcoin? The easiest way to buy Bitcoins is to buy it through an online exchange. I will give one of the options in the end. So these are some, so that would be one way. So online exchanges is one way. Second way is you buy Bitcoin outside the scope of online exchanges. So in that way, what is done is each person is issued a key. It's a long string of alphabets as well as words. So you can think of this key as something like an email address which only you have access to, and along with this key there is something called as private key, which is equivalent to password. So anyone who signs up for Bitcoin has these two things, public key and private key. Public key is similar to something like your email address, and private key is something like your password. When you buy Bitcoin, send it or receive it, you get access to the public key, and password only you have. Suppose somebody is sending me Bitcoin, so they will send it to my public key. They can send it, but in order for me to access it, I should have my private key, that I am able to access this particular Bitcoin in its virtual form, virtual vault. Some of the features of this Bitcoin includes, it is simple, okay, so the transactions are not very different from the ones you make with your debit card or credit card. Only difference is that instead of entering your card details, you enter the holder's public Bitcoin key. It's private, so there is no kind of external interference. It's flexible. The value of Bitcoins is continuously increasing, and the fact is that there is a limited amount of Bitcoin in the world. So a small proportion of it is already invested and exhausted. So it is high time that you can hold it as an investment strategy or saving strategy. Because of the cryptographic nature of Bitcoin, these transactions are more secure than your normal bank transactions. The only caveat is that if, say, suppose somebody types a wrong public key address, then in that case the amount cannot be reversed. Like sometimes when credit card or debit card transactions happen, if, say, suppose the amount is debited or something, it is possible to revert that amount back because there is an intermediary. Here there is no intermediary, these are direct transactions. So if by chance I instead of sending it to a person, I sent it to some other person by mistake because of the gamble of letters or alphabets in the public key, then in such cases I will not be able to reverse that kind of transaction. Bitcoin is global, it's private, it's quite secure. Every transaction on Bitcoin network is published, so there is no room for manipulation or any kind of such services. It is quite secure in the sense that in the 10 years of existence, Bitcoin has never been hacked. Compared to your bank transactions or any kind of financial transactions, this is quite safe. What is the scenario of legality in India? Is Bitcoin allowed? Bitcoin is allowed as a medium of exchange. Say suppose I want to send a Bitcoin to somebody, I can send it. If I have to receive Bitcoin from somebody, I can receive it. But it is an illegal tender for exchange. Say suppose I buy fridge from somewhere, then I need to give that vendor money. I cannot give Bitcoin in exchange. So it is an illegal medium for tender of exchange. It can be used for saving, investing, receiving and depositing, but it cannot be used in day-to-day transactions in place of money. That is the scenario of Bitcoin in India. If you are looking for more information on this topic, I suggest the book Bitcoin Standard, one of the books that you can read. Then also I will link one YouTube video which has explained much more in detail and in depth from a pure finance point of view. So I will link that in the resources section. Still, if you have any questions, you can leave it in the comments.